Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ummi Najiha binti Muhammad Nawi and my matrix number is 197734. Today, I would like to show about my video presentation. Let us guess what is the title of the movie. It was a superhero movie which is a flying jet. In this video presentation, we will discuss on what is the media about, how does the story goes, what have you learned from the media, how does the media move you, how should everyone enjoy the media, and also eco-friendly activity. But firstly, let us know the actors of this movie. The main actor in this movie is Tiger Shroff, which acts as Flying Jatt, Jacqueline Fernandez as Kirti, Nathan Jones as Rekha, KK Menon as Malhotra, and also Amrita Singh as Bebe. Firstly, let us see on what is the media about. A Flying Jatt is a 2016 Indian Hindi language superhero action comedy film which co-written and directed by Remo D'Souza and produced under the banner of Balaji Motion Pictures. It features Tiger Shroff, Jacqueline Fernandez, and Nathan Jones in the lead roles. A Flying Jatt narrates the story of an ordinary man who gains superpowers. The film released worldwide on 25th August 2016 on Janmashtami weekend. Save the environment is the motto of A Flying Jatt. The film not only gives rise on curiosity for the theme it deals with, but also poses thought-provoking questions about the kind of world people are creating for themselves. Secondly, let us see on how does the story goes. This movie is about a wealthy and influential businessman, Mr. Malhotra, has built a factory on the shore of a lake into which pollutant and toxic waste are released. He wants to build a bridge across it for faster transportation. Still, he cannot do so due to a tree present on the other side of the lake on a piece of land that belongs to Mr. Dillons, which is Bebe. After Malhotra fails to intimidate the Dillon family into selling their land, he brings in Raka to chop the tree. When Raka arrives at the tree with a chainsaw, but Aman is present there and tries to stop him. Raka beats Aman, which is a flying jet, badly but moments before he tries to decapitate him with the chainsaw, so a lightning bolt hits the tree. The impact flings Raka away and he landed among barrels of toxic waste outside Malhotra's factory. The next morning, Aman finds himself in a bed, living with no sign of any injury, and presumes all that happened to be a dream. His mother confirmed that Aman has somehow gained superpowers, and she immediately declared him as a superhero. Thirdly, we will discuss on what have you learned from the media. Firstly, what I have learned from the movie is related to pollution. Usually, pollution was happen related to few ethical challenges, which is increasing of industry, when humans multiply at an alarming rate, which means more industrial facility and more effective abatement mechanism is needed. Other than that, is lack of public participation, which can increase a lot of pollution. What happens if we do not concern towards the pollution happen? It will affect our economy when our country's economy is declining. This is due to cover all the cleaning activity that comes from pollution. Next, it also can affect our environment when the species will extinct as they facing with habitat loss. And lastly, for the social perspective, we will face inadequate healthcare system. This is due to exposure to high level of pollution will cause variety of adverse health outcome. To overcome this pollution to happen, we can practice these activities just like using public transport, recycle and reuse, not to plastic bag, reduction of forest fire and smoking, and then also use filter for chimneys. Let's watch this short clip from this movie when we can see clearly how Raka become powerful with the increasing of pollution. His power increased with the increasing pollution. He can absorb toxic air and become more powerful and can damage what he wants. His power is so high that Flying Jatt almost lost his life, and then Flying Jatt take him outside the atmosphere to kill him where there is no pollution. This clearly show how pollution is damaging our.
हम सब जिम्मेदार हैं। अमल को अपनी शक्ति सिर्फ एक पेड़ से मिलती है, लेकिन राका को अपने आसपास पड़ी हर चीज से।
Secondly, what I have learned from the movie is about religion. Religion is very important because without the support of faith communities, science and secular environmental ethics cannot solve environmental issues. To control the current environmental crisis, scientists and environmental ethics need to work closely with the world's religions. Why religion is very important? Religion is important because it can provide norms of conduct for the familiar interpersonal setting of family, community and also the world. Religion also provide moral teaching, which is a spiritual foundation to root everyday behavior in spiritual truth about who we really are. And lastly, religion also provide rituals, which act of prayer, meditation and also communal sense of our connection to the ultimate truth. The question is, how has religion shaped our understanding and our conduct towards nature? This can be seen in these two components, which is belief and environment. When belief system work as a source of moral value and virtue from which ethical codes and law are regarded to emerge. It can be proved when moral teaching from belief system can motivate human attitude in favor of environmental sustainability. In this movie, Flying Jatt focuses on the Sikh, a small minority nation worldwide that is mostly concentrated in the Punjab region in northwest India. So let's watch this short clip when we can see that the Flying Jatt prays to the tree for help, and then the neighbor also pray to the tree for any event or activity they celebrate as to show their belief.
पेड़ सर, एक पेड़ दरअसल उस लैंड पर एक 200 साल पुराना पेड़ है और नेचुरली उस पर सिक्कों के खंडे का आकार बना हुआ है। लोग मानते हैं कि ये गुरुओं की देन है और पंथक निशान है। सब लोग उसे बहुत सिद्ध मानते हैं।
Thirdly, the thing that I learned from the movie is about economy and environment. In this video, it showed me on how we can creating a sustainable economic system. This can be shown when Bebe never agreed to sell her land for making a bridge as it will cut down the tree there. This is because she realized that pollution happens from the factory become worsened, and by chopping down the tree, it will make the environment become in a bad situation. In order to creating a sustainable economic system, we can practicing harnessing market forces in order to protect the environment. Other than that, the corporate reform by practicing greenwashing. Greenwashing is the process of conveying a false impression or providing misleading information about how a company product are more environmentally sound. Greenwashing is considered an unsubstantiated claim to deceive consumers into believing that a company's products are environmentally friendly. Other than that, by using green product materials and also appropriate technology. In this movie, the situation that show about economy and environment, we can see when wealthy and influential businessman Mr. Hotra has built a factory on the shore of a lake, and he wants to build a bridge across it for faster transportation, but he cannot do so due to tree present on the other side of the lake on a piece of land that belonged to Mr. Dillon, which is Bebe.
ये तो तू जान ही नहीं सकता, लेकिन अगर इस जमीन पे ये पेड़ ना भी होता, तभी ये जमीन मैं तुझे नहीं बेचती। तुम्हारी फैक्ट्रीज के पोल्यूशन ने इस पूरे शहर को तबाह कर दिया है। तुम चाहे जो भी कर लो, मैं ये जमीन तुम्हें नहीं बेचूंगी।
तो कर क्या रही?
तू छोड़ मुझे।
फिर तो बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी।
Lastly, thing that I have learned from this movie is about overpopulation, which is the population that exceeds its sustainable size within a particular environment. The human overpopulation is also among the most pressing environmental issues. This is because when population is growing rapidly, the availability of resources in our planet cannot support the population anymore. So that people will tend to do unethical activity and practicing in order to support themselves. The overpopulation issue will affect our economy, social and also environment, which is, for the economy, it will reduce capital and income per capita, and then for the environment, it will increase the air pollution and greenhouse gases, and for social, it will lower life expectancy. To solve this problem, the solution will be taken, such as by empowering women and also by doing family planning, remove barrier to contraception, quality and equality of education for all, alleviate poverty and global justice, and also government incentive and legislation. Let's watch this short clip from this movie when we can see that India is the second most populous nation in the world after China. Now we are looking for how does the media move you? This media have moved me by showing a lot of environmental ethics, and one of that is true pollution that happened in the video. It told me that not to be greedy as it was very unethical action because it can cause a lot of loss back then. From this media, it also has increased my awareness to concern with my surrounding. This can be shown by when very ethical as they never allow to cut down the tree to make a bridge, as they can see that there already lots of pollution happened at the other side of the lake from the factory. So that is why they don't give permission to cut down the tree, as they believe that the tree can save them from the pollution. Also, from this, I have learned that we need to always promote sustainability of ecosystem in our every action. And lastly, we will looking for how should everyone enjoy the media? Everyone can enjoy the media by looking through environmental ethic action from this movie. This is very important for those that have a lack of awareness and lack of participation in order to save our environment. When everyone enjoy watching this movie and understanding in environmental ethical perspective, they can know why it is important for us to conduct pollution prevention and also to have a sustainable development. Now, we will discuss about eco-friendly activity. What is the eco-activity about? An eco-activity is an action or activity within a program that is intended to have a positive impact on the environment. There is a lot of eco-activity that can be done. One of that is by planting a tree. Next is how to perform the eco-activity. It is by plant a garden. There was few things that we can follow in order to plant a garden as an eco-activity action. Firstly, by use recycle and reuse material. For example, we use single-use plastic cup as to potting soil for planting. Next, by conserve the water. This is by water the roots of plants without wasting it on the leaf. Next, by use permeable paving. This is to avoid water runoff. Other than that, we can practice to cut back on chemical. This is because through chemical fertilizer, it may pollute air and water. This is not an ethical action to save the environment, as it not only brings hazard to human health, but also to environment as well. And lastly, by making our own compost. This is to ensure that we practicing recycle green waste. This is important as it is homemade compost that costs nothing to make and can save our money also. How does the eco-activity reduce your ecological footprint? By planting a tree, it can reduce our ecological footprint as tree can absorb carbon. This can be shown when humans get most of carbon from food where trees breathe it in. But when trees breathe, it inhale carbon dioxide and exhale oxygen that exactly opposite of human. Tree removes carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and release oxygen and also provide for cleaner and healthier environment. Other than that, trees also help to save energy. This is because trees are important in helping to save energy by providing shade, especially in urban environment as they can lower temperatures in cities. Another benefit of tree is beyond carbon offset. This is because tree can absorb and retain water. Tree also provide social and economic, such as creating jobs and helping to raise people out of poverty. And lastly, trees also provide health benefit when it providing medicine and helping clean air. Next, why do you choose this eco activity? This is because an ecological friendly gardening practice or eco-friendly gardening, as they are affectionately known as forward-thinking methods of gardening, they are responsive to the global threat of climate change. Other than that, this innovative outdoor endeavor focus upon reducing the emission of greenhouse gases that occur as a direct result of modern-day gardening practice. And lastly, this eco-friendly gardening also encourages the absorption of carbon dioxide by soil and plants in order to lessen the effect of global warming and also to lessen our ecological footprint. And lastly, why should everyone join you? This is because this is one of a way to reduce our emission and also make our property and community more beautiful, improve water quality and provide numerous economic and social benefits. This also can be shown in this movie by this short clip.
राका को हराने का यही एक तरीका है। जितने पेड़ लगाओगे उतनी उसकी ताकत खत्म होगी।
शाबाश टोनू।
I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching.